Welcome to the Midnight Library. I see you found your way here, despite the hour. Tell me, what time is it where you are? And where are you listening from?
This happened about 6 years ago when I was 22. My grandma had recently passed away, and for reasons I still don't understand, my parents asked me to stay at her house for a week while they figured out what to do with it. Something about making sure nothing got stolen. I didn't argue. The house was old, but it had Wi-Fi, and I figured it'd be an easy, quiet week. I was wrong. The first few nights were normal, a little creepy because of the silence, and the house made old people house noises, pipes groaning, floorboards popping, the usual. But nothing that freaked me out. What I didn't like was the wheelchair. My grandma had used this really old, creaky wheelchair the last few years of her life. She never left it, couldn't even stand. And for some reason, my parents left the chair right there in the middle of the hallway upstairs, facing the wall. I moved into her room the second day. I didn't like seeing it out in the open. That night, around 2 a.m., I was watching something on my laptop when I heard a thud, then a soft squeak, like wheels on wood. I paused everything and listened. Nothing. I figured maybe something fell off a shelf or whatever. I went back to watching my show. The next morning, I opened the door to go brush my teeth, and the wheelchair was in front of my room, just sitting there, facing my door. I stood there for a good minute, trying to make sense of it. I live alone, no pets. I didn't hear anyone come in, and I know I left it in her room. I told myself maybe I hadn't, maybe I just thought I did. I pushed the chair back and made sure to close her door afterward. Night 3. I barely slept. Around 3 a.m. I heard the same creaking, not loud, just the faint sound of the chair wheels moving. I got out of bed. This time, the chair wasn't in front of my door. It was halfway down the hall, still facing me. At this point, I'm freaked out. I check the doors. Locked. Windows. Locked. Nothing stolen, nothing out of place, except this one thing. I moved it again. Put a laundry basket in front of her bedroom door just in case it opened somehow. The next morning, the basket was knocked over, and the chair was in the exact same spot again. Night 5 was the worst. I heard the sound again. The soft wheeling noise, and I decided to just stay in bed. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to look. But then I heard it stop, right outside my door. And then, knocking. 3 slow knocks. I froze, didn't breathe, didn't move. And then a voice, whispering. My grandma's voice, calling me by my old nickname, one only she used. Little Bear. Over and over. Little bear, soft, gentle, like she was trying to coax me out. I didn't sleep that night. I left first thing in the morning, told my parents I wasn't staying another night. They thought I was overreacting, said grief can do weird things, that maybe I just missed her. But I know what I heard. I know what I saw. And I'll never forget the sound of that wheelchair rolling toward me in the middle of the night. Because she couldn't walk. And she died in that chair.
Another chapter closed. Leave the candle lit in the comments and tell us What part of the story stayed with you?